What's up, guys? What's going on? Let's get this party started. Started a little late. Probably won't take anything until 10 o'clock anyway. I'm going to wait. See how this hourly candle wants to close here inside of London. Let's. All right, there we go. All right, I think we're good to go now. Everything's set up. Everything's running. Nice. Yeah, sweaty. I mean, it's Friday. I don't know how price action is going to be with a bunch of contracts expiring today. If anything, we'll hang out, talk some shit, have some fun. Maybe we'll take a trade, and let's see what happens. So instead of sitting here alone trading today, why not have you find people here to talk to? So, yep. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Twice in a week. Twice in a week is the goal. It's the goal. Ever since I stopped streaming full time, I still want to do it at least twice a week, but haven't really been able to stick with that like truthfully. Maybe once the new year starts here. But all right, what I'm watching, it's actually my first time really looking at the charts on the higher time frame since yesterday. Our daily is sitting. What's our daily looking like? Still got inside candle. So if I would like to see either push to, let's see, Wednesday's high looks potentially here. Remember, we had an inside candle yesterday, so this inside candle, these previous days don't matter too much to me. Like if we take this high, I would assume that we're going to go up to here, or at least put an SMT in. So little indecision here. Remember, we still have this gap down here. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a big dump back down to fill this before this contract closes either. So but both things are on the table for me. Just paying attention to how does this hourly close? Does this hourly close back above uh, this hourly high, and does it close back basically back above here? You kind of have like an hourly mitigation block, like a prior resistance, turn support type of thing. Is what kind of pretty much what a breaker is, right? So we'll just wait and see how that goes. We'll pay attention to our 5-minute chart, of course, and we'll go from there. See if we can't frame something. Gonna copy trade some e-bells today. Gonna start my copy trading journey. So I've always just traded one at a time. So gonna put my big boy panties on and again I give this a shot. So we'll see how we go. What did we just do? We just took London. Did ES take London? Yes, took London as well. So that's SMT is not a thing on London high here. Let's check out where our -4s are. -4 takes us to what's that? So -4 on the highs takes us to that Wednesday's high. Remember that's your outside candle that we're kind of paying attention to. So -4 pretty much going to be the trigger for that high. It should be the obvious draw right now. The way we're reaching, but you just got to be careful for that 930 manipulation. But there's no. I would be more. Let's. I would be more. It would be more believable for a dump if like a London high SMT would have held. Can you guys can't hear me? Oh no way! No. Okay. Oh, I was. Damn. All right. I don't know why no one was talking. Yeah, YouTube was good. Yeah, I was making sure YouTube was good. Anyway, basically, quick summary. Outside candle from Wednesday is really what I'm paying attention to here. I don't really care about yesterday's high and the low, which we obviously already took that because that's just an inside candle. Like if we're reaching anywhere, it should be for the outside candle that the daily high up there, as well as -4 is just above that. Is just above Wednesday's high. So, and it wouldn't surprise me if we somehow come up here, take this high, and then get a dump down to the end wog. Yeah, it'd be a huge move. Yeah, it'd be a big move on a Friday. But remember, the contract closes today. All the contracts close, and if they want to fill this, that's going to happen, today. So for now, I'm not chasing this to a previous day high. This is where it'll stop, retrace, you'll get wrecked, and then you'll have no accounts left to actually get up to a PDH or to Wednesday's highs. So, but Yeah, no SMT on London pretty much tells us that. And like I said, just going to stay patient. Pretty much just going to wait for that hourly candle close at 10 o'clock and go from there and see what we can frame. But back for the MN. No, only if you think like that. Hayes, only if you think like that. Hmm. 5 minute candle basically above London. That just solidifies everything. If this turns into a Bissy, um, as long as ES hasn't taken Wednesday's high, which ES is ES about the same spot as NQ. All right, so what I would frame for our long right now is if this turns into a Bissy, like we get close up here, and then the next candle closes above up here, and then we get dip down inside this Bissy, and then get like a 5 minute swing, candle. I don't know. This it probably happen a lot faster than that. But if there that would be one entry for me right now. Basically, next candle close above solidifies our 5 minute Bissy, gives us a 5 minute swing back down inside of here. You know, like a candle, 5 minute candle, and then a 5 minute candle swipes the low that hit the Bissy, and then we look for a long up to a -4 pre, and then Wednesday's high. That's the only thing I can see right now. Other than that, it'll be a wait for a 10 o'clock thing. That was a massive pump out of nowhere down here. All right, while we're waiting, NG was very clean yesterday. See that was the short we talked about. Pretty much the same thing. This would be the same thing I'd be looking for on NQ if that Wednesday high is still there, right? A candle down into the Bissy, 5 minute swing, keep on trucking. See how natural gas looks. Pretty choppy on the hourly. Not a ton of interest. What about gold while we're waiting here? We'll see how gold closes at 10 based on this hourly. Right, because so like I said, we'll pay attention. Obviously, 4 minutes until this 5 minute candle closes. But if this candle closes like this, I would expect 50% of this range to be hit, which would then put what? It would put us into that 5 minute Bissy. But imagine we have a 9:30 manipulation up to here, and then we dump the rest of the day. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but like that, it's absolutely a possibility to go fill that end log. But it's right at the weekly open here. Interesting. So it's weird that we're at the weekly open on a Friday. Usually, you should be expanding away from the weekly open on a Friday. We did have an SMT on London, yes. It's a good observation, Mr. Doc. I did not see that. But it was more or less just coming in, waiting. Let's see how we go. Anybody catch any pre-market trades? There's no decent Asia trades last night. The only, well, yeah, there's a couple Asia trades, but we won't talk about those. Remember, we still have that 7 p.m. low down there. 7 p.m. low. It's good for 2 days there. A1. All right. Hey, so we might get a little 5 minute swing here. Nice, Doc. Not bad at all. I would take that and run. I think I was muted when I was talking about. All I'm doing today is copy trading some evals. Unless there's like an A+ setup, then I'll bring out the funded. But bringing out, I've never copy traded. Like I've never copy traded more than like 2 accounts. But I'm gonna put my goal for 2026 is to finally get into copy trading several accounts. So we're gonna start that today. See if we can get some evals on the plus side here. So London High is 50% of this swing. Could be a very, very, very good spot to potentially get a long setup here, right? Because once this candle closes, it swipes here, right? Our next draw should be whatever this candle's low is, which would be inside the Bissy. Even better if we can hit 50 and make a swing, but I don't know how much time we're gonna have. What's our 4 hour looking like? Yeah, we'll see if this 4 hour, especially if this 4 hour closes up at 10 o'clock, then yeah, I mean that's your clear cut draw. Yeah, get out of here, Doc. I'm actually gonna remove you. I'm gonna remove you from the audience here. All right, this candle even better. So even if this candle closes bullish above on this 5 minute, that's telling us what this thing wants to continue higher. So that makes this Bissy even more likely, even in even better long, in my opinion. But I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna dip down there, but that's all I see. I don't want to. I'm not gonna chase something in premium. Right, we're gonna be smart. At least on stream, we'll be smart. All right. $10. We'll see how this bad boy closes. Not the most bullish close. All right. See if we can get anything down to this Bissy. And I do not want that extend on. Retest PDH. Yeah. Yeah, where's PDH sits at what, 412? Is that also where we sit with yeah, 412 is there. You got London High sitting there. You got 50% of this 5 minute swing sitting there. Like right now, this you could absolutely like scalp it. I'm not gonna scalp this, but like okay, this candle closes like this. I'm expecting this a low to go. Does it have to? No, but like that's what I'm paying attention to, and that's like giving me like okay, if I get this, I mean I'm still bullish here, right? I'm still bullish. We're so close to that PDH, assuming ES hasn't taken it yet, but that's what I would be looking for here. And 50 sits, yeah. So 50 still sits a little bit lower. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a half position sitting at 402 for an entry in this Bissy. And then if we get a 5 minute swing out of it, or a 5 minute candle dips inside of it and closes back above it, then I'll add my second position. Stop will go below that 5 minute low. That way, if it just hits the Bissy and goes, you still got some exposure. But we may not get it. But just in case. And if it just goes, I don't care. It's not my setup. So I'm not taking a trade. No way NG missed that low. Interesting. I'll come back to NG. If NG cannot close above this hourly high, I'm gonna try. I would look for a short back down to these. Oh, disregard. I just can't see. It did sweep that low. That's okay. That's actually a bullish close on the hourly there for NG. I would actually be looking for NG to. So NG does that. If this was NQ, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for 50% of this range all the way back up. I would be bullish here on NG now. If they didn't sweep this low, I'd be looking for this. I actually might be looking for a long on NG if this hourly closes over. But there goes NQ. Gonna go without an entry. That's okay. It's kind of setting up kind of just like yesterday. Probably have a very bullish 10 o'clock close. And if any dip at 10 o'clock will probably just be continuation. Like any kind of short, I would be looking just for like down to 25% if you even get that. Wow. Can't believe NQ just delivered that daily high that easy. It never does that anymore. I was like, that's like the good old days right there. Used to be able to chase for the final 20 points, no problem. All right, so now we got -4 on our hands here. All right, did we trigger? So -4, we're looking for 15 points lower, 23.5, which we have now hit. So now if we get any kind of retrace from without tagging -4, which this thing's just pumping. 23.5 minus 20, right around 03. So this 1 minute Bissy is where I'm gonna scale some. I'll try to get something in if we don't tag -4. Tag -4, then no thanks. This is best case right here if we leave that and come back down to this Bissy, but it doesn't look like it. This thing's on a mission, which it could be all day. I mean, with contracts closing wherever they need this thing to go, it could be you could be in for a huge trend day. All right, there goes -4. So there's be no CB model for the -4 today. Sheesh. And then, like, if this hourly is closing above Wednesday's high, yesterday's high, it's not anything that you want to try to short. If you're looking for a short, you're literally just gonna be looking for a short to like 25% of this hourly candle, like I said, because now you've got. Yeah, so now you got a big. This is basically this. That previous day high is basically it will be just like a higher time frame breaker now, which probably is going to sit right around 25% of that hourly candle. Yeah, so if we close up here and we get to a 10 o'clock dip down to here, 25% of this hourly, and we get some kind of like 5 minute swing, I think that's a great long. Why? Because you're in tune, you're in line with the hourly time frame telling you that price wants to continue. If you get a little dip at 10 o'clock, manipulation, distribution higher, targeting, I guess this ITH, right? Or Monday's, I guess we'll go with Monday's high. But it's if the hourly closes like above here. Like I don't want to see a big retrace down, close back inside. Then you're either going to set up for chop or you're going to have a bigger retrace, probably like 20 or back down like 50% of the hourly candle. So for me, we'll just sit here, we'll wait, we'll chat it up. Not gonna force anything. All right. We're just observing right now. Observing, wait for our setup, and then strike if it occurs. If it doesn't, we take an early weekend. It's the last normal trading day of the year. Yeah. You could definitely say that. Yeah, because next week's gonna be probably pretty lackluster. I'll still be trading. I'll still be on, but we'll definitely be a little more skeptic. A little more cautious is the word I'm looking for. All right, while we wait for here, if NG closes back, if this hourly closes back inside, I really have no interest. If it closes above, then maybe there's a long setup in there. But if it closes back inside, I'm not interested in this hourly chop. Uh, gold. If gold closes, okay. If gold hourly closes like this, that might be the play. Let's bring up gold on the big boy chart here. If gold hourly closes like this, all right. So go lower time frame. If this turns into like some kind of civvy breaker right here, I think this could be a good short for a gold targeting those equal lows down here. If the hourly closes like that, we'll pay attention to that going into 10 o'clock. Two things I'm seeing, right? Two opportunities I'm seeing. Well, it's so unless same thing for ES though as well, which I guess there's an SMT on Wednesday's high for now. RTY playing out with a 5-minute swing here. Swept, close. Well, I guess it hasn't closed yet, but I think might be going for a 50% there. Yeah, pretty much just wait until 10 o'clock now. Now we got a macro coming out. I'm not opposed at 10 o'clock. I know I said I don't want a short, but I'm not opposed to like taking a scalp short, playing the hourly manipulation if we get it at 10 o'clock. If this is your 10 o'clock high, we swipe it, close back inside. I would be okay like long or shorting down to 25% of the hourly candle, going break even, and then runners. Right, just because your risk rewards is still on your side. Like your risk reward would be like the size of this wick. If this was like your 10 minute, if this was your 9 o'clock high and this was your 10 o'clock candle, and you're looking at short, your stop's just as high. You're getting short right here, which I guess that's 30 point. That's 30 points. These are some big candles. Okay, maybe not. Let's just take like a micro. Other than that, where does -6 sit? -6 sits at 611, which really doesn't take us to anything. I'm assuming -8. -8 is probably higher than 673. It's got to be. Yeah. So yeah, -8 pretty much takes us to a Monday's high. Then that could be a good target. Assuming this is going to be continuation at 10 o'clock. Which your 4-hour and your hourly are both saying that price wants to. If you're getting a bullish close like this on the hourly, chances of you getting like a full-on retracement all the way back down, very, very, very unlikely. Now, if this candle closes all the way back down here, then maybe. But like if you're closing almost at the high of the candle, probably don't want to be trying to short. Unless you're looking for like a little short scalp. And if gold closes like this, I really have no interest. Outside candle that swept both sides, closes back inside. Nah, no thanks. I tried a new chart color setting last night, and I don't know if I like it or not. I think I don't. I think I don't like it. I think I like the blue better. Yeah. What else can we look at? Anything else of interest? Oil. Really don't like trading oil. Silver's too big. Yeah. So a candle like this would be something I would be. Let's try some lean hogs. I'm not. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind trading them, but I tried it once and the spread was so bad that it actually blew the account because the spread was so bad. So I'm not gonna do that again. Don't do it. So we can watch this play out here. This would be like if I was to short 10 o'clock. Why is this like this? That's disgusting. Let's go a little darker. And look something like this. Well, I'll just be looking for 25% of this hourly candle. Which the hourly candle is actually down here. It's not bad. It's like it looks like it lines up with CE of that BISI. So this would be like the short here. It would be what? Still be a 2, and wouldn't even be a 2R trade. 1.5R. We'll just watch it. That's what we'll watch here until we get a candle close at 10. We'll look for a little dip at 10 o'clock. See if we can't get ourselves into a long. Everybody ready for the holidays? Ready for Christmas? Christmas shopping done? I haven't even started yet. Typical dude. I ordered my first Christmas present today. Has gold hit 50 of this swing? It has not. But if it closes up there, there's not much. There's not much to aim for, right? You get close up here. It's only 2 points until you're at 50. Gold's looking like a dud. Not NQ, NG. We'll see how NG closes here. I just want to see it close above this high. Are we gonna get a dip? Are we gonna get a dip beforehand? It's always on you at all times. How big is it? That sounded wrong. Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. I meant it as a joke, and then I actually understood what you meant. That's hilarious. Indirectly, yeah. I was on the right track. All right, 4 minutes. Yeah, 3.5 minutes. Yeah. As soon as I said how big is it, I was like, oh, he's not. Okay. He did not buy that gift at a store. So RTY doing nothing. I think NG's going to continue here. That's a nice little breaker there on NG. Breaker. It's not really a breaker. It didn't take a new low, but looks good. But it's the same concept. It's kind of like a unicorn. All right. No, we're not actually short here. Just this would be like if it was 10 o'clock, just something to watch here. I would prefer we keep that and then we sweep this low at 10 o'clock, hit 25, and then get a long setup. That would be ideal here, especially with the hourly closing. Very, very bully. What's ES doing? ES take the high? He has not taken Wednesday's high yet. Does look very market maker buy modelish though, especially on ES. There we go. Is there news in 2 minutes? I'm not sure. I did not even look. We can look though. We have some consumer confidence and home sales. Oh, it's Michigan today. Michigan's pretty. Michigan's pretty. Sometimes it's a pretty good mover. We'll see. And then Trump speaks tonight at 8 o'clock. All right, what do we got? A minute until 10 o'clock. Yeah, it says at 8 p.m. I think that's 8 p.m. Central Time. So for me, so it's 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what the speech is about tonight, but nuking Venezuela. That's what those checks were for. They had to buy us. Remember that check you sent? Yep. Go to South America now. All right, 10 o'clock. All right, I'm going to get rid of the KPNL for now. It's exactly what I did, Cash on. It's exactly what I did. As soon as I seen it this morning, when I got 3 evals, I was like, all right, this is the perfect time to start the copy trading journey. So see how what this 5 minute does. See how this 5 minute candle closes. Close above. We're just gonna have continuation. I haven't. My goal this weekend is to look into copiers. I don't know too much about the copiers. I'm an owner of Replicanto, and that's what I'm using right now. But I've heard some bad things, so I might. I've heard TradeSyncer. I mean, I don't mind Replicanto. I've never had an issue, but I've heard horror stories with it too. And I feel like I have to use it because I spent $180 on it when freaking Steve had us going with the bot. So I feel like I need to get some kind of use out of it. Is it better than cloud based? See, some people say otherwise. They like that it's on a URL. I think like Liam and whoever else uses. What is it? TradeSyncer? I like that I think it's TradeSyncer that Liam uses. I like that it closes whenever the leader account closes. It just market closes all the other ones, so it doesn't. You have no chance of like any limit orders being left open and no ghost orders. But like I said, that's why I don't know enough about them yet to like subscribe to one. That's why I was just like, oh, I'll just use just for today. I'll use Replicanto and then use the weekend to figure out what my other option is. Oh, tracing is the only way you can use on mobile. Is that the one that Liam uses? If that's the one he uses, then that's what I'm going to use. Okay, that's probably what I'll try first. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's kind of, yeah. Yeah. See, so I hear stuff from both sides about whether it's good, bad. It makes sense why it's not though. At least with like Replicanto, I can see like if all three are closed like right now. Like when TP hits, I can see if they're all closed. If not, I can just literally just right click and like flatten all. There's and just hit the flatten all button. Yeah, that is my one issue though. Like whenever which I guess if I'm not at the house, I probably shouldn't be trading on mobile anyway. But all right, we'll see how this thing closes here in 2 minutes. If it closes below, I will try a little short, just because our risk reward will be pretty good. Um, we'll be looking for here's our 50% of our 9 a.m. candle. Sits down here, but I want to draw my fib because I want to be looking for that 25%, which basically puts us at CE of that 5-minute BISI. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, Marshall. Yep. Oh, for mobile. Oh, okay. I guess I could always probably get a VPS too, but I heard you have to like actually talk to a rep and shit, and that sounds like a pain in the ass. Oh, you're saying yeah. So so that's actually one of the issues because like whenever I go to work on base, I used to leave Replicanto open on the computer when I was trading like two accounts, and I would get home and like Replicanto would it just like closes randomly and didn't open. Maybe I didn't have the newest update. Maybe that's why, and I'm just stupid. But like I would come home and Replicanto would be closed, and I would have like an $800 day, thinking I made like 1,600, and the other account's zero. It's zeroed out. But actually, I don't think I want to do VPS though. CD. I was doing that when freaking stupid Steve's bot was robbing us all, and it's a pain in the ass trying to set that up, and then all the settings. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. I'll look into it this weekend, but maybe I'll stick with the Replicanto. All right, uh, I am short here a few contracts. It's just stop is at this high here, looking for 25% and then 50. We'll go to break even if we hit 25. If I get stopped, I don't care here, right? But it's pretty much it's just a model. It's just a came in quick. Oh, I'm not logged into my accounts on TradingView. I don't know if it'll let me or not. Don't worry about it. All right, so stop here. My stop is just the wick. Is the high here. If it swipes it, closes back inside again, then I'll short it again. But I remember I'm looking for continuation here. I'm looking just to scalp this short to get down here, and then if we get like a 5-minute swing like this back to the upside, then I will absolutely smash longs again, right? Because then I'm in line. I'm trading in line with my hourly chart. Right now, this is what it looks like. Pretty much short at basically the open of this candle. Stop is here. I'm looking for 25%, about 1.5 hour. And then any runners will just be going for we'll be going for a 50. All right, if we can't close above the hourly high, the question is, did ES? If ES is also, ES closed above the high, so little correlation there. I would like to see ES close below. Might mean you get stopped, but we'll see. It's gonna work more often than it's not. That's what matters. So it looks something like this. I'm actually short at 63. That's a huge stop. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, these are big candles. I'm in for a couple micros. And we're looking for 505. Make it a double? Well, let's not. Let's just go. How about that? All right. This is simply just from a weakness to close above here. Like I said, just we want to see. Need to see ES dump here too. But remember, it's identical to yesterday, where we just went down to a 25% and then we continued higher. If you were here yesterday, so we want to make sure you pay yourself. You can be and pay yourself at this low if you want, but I think we should go at least go to 25. Break even's not a bad option if you want to go break even here at this low. Just be a little more conservative because of ES. Right, because if we're bullish, we want to see manipulation down first. With the 10 o'clock open here. Would have preferred to see ES close below, but it did not. Did anything else? How did NG close? NG closed inside, so no interest in NG. Gold probably did the same thing. Gold, yeah, closed inside. No interest in gold either. Gold already hit 50% there. I'll just sit and wait. Emotionless. Just 25% is at 504.25, Mr. CD. Yeah, the other thing, remember, if we're super bullish, like like I've talked about before, like if we're super bullish, like you're not even gonna you won't even get like a move. You want to see the wick of your new hourly candle, like hit 25%, maybe not even hit 25%, and then have continuation off of that. Like if your new hourly candle is going to support expansion, it shouldn't dip too far down, like past 25%. Right? It should be little wick and then expansion. Otherwise, if you start digging deep, that candle's not going to have too much expansion on it because like I said yesterday, it's already spent so much time coming all the way down to 50, and then you're like 10, 10, 30 by the time you start reversing. There's not going to be a ton of expansion there. Pretty much, Doc. Pretty much. Let's wait and see which way this bad boy wants to go. Yeah, it's been chopping though for what? It's been chopping for about a half hour now. Doesn't seem like it, but it's definitely been. Right, but the reason for this is we just simply could not close above. We swept 10 o'clock high, and we could not close above. The only reason here, it's just a sign that we could have a little short scalp here. It's the reason for this trade. It's something I've back tested extensively and works pretty good. Yeah, I'm short right now, Doc. I'm short off basically the open of this candle here, looking for 25%. Should at least take this swing low. If I was on fundeds, I would be going to break even after this low. Just because if we're super bullish, this is what we're just gonna sweep this low, not hit 25%, and just keep on going. But just on my evals here that I'm copy trading, I'm just going to I'm gonna let it ride. Unless we get like a 5 minute swing. If we get like a setup like up here where 5 minute swipes to the low, close it back inside, then I'll go to break even. Or I might just take the profit at that point. Because that's likely your 10 o'clock reverse. It's likely going to be like your 10-15 reversal to then continue higher. It's definitely slow. Still about what? What are we in profit here? Almost about 35, 40 points. It does not look like 35, 40 points. Retest of -4. Is that what we're banging into right here? I turned that off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on here. I wonder what was holding us up. There. I watch people make videos with a quarter of those points. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea to scale some at this low, but I think I'm gonna hold for 25. Now, okay, so if we take this low, and it's kind of like it's almost identical to yesterday. If we take this low, and we do not close below it, then I will go to break even because I want to see us close below this low to tell us that there should be some more downside here. Right? I do not want to see us swipe this low, close back inside. Then I will go to break even. Just the Tradeify selects. There we go. It's the first low. Still have about another 15 points or so I want to drop here. Not the reaction that I really want to see here. I want to see this continue down. If we make a swing, you could probably almost reverse position here and target the high. To be completely honest, but we'll see. We'll see. We got 4 minutes until this candle closes. Remember, if this candle is going to support, if this hourly candle is going to support expansion, like you want, whenever you want your, I don't care about the short right now. Like whenever you're looking for expansion, you want to see the wick form within 25% of the previous hour candle. Otherwise, you're not going to have any expansion on the current hourly candle. This looks pretty bullish here. Yeah, very terrible reaction. That's all right. We'll let her play out here. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Marshall. That's a very good reaction. If it closes like this, I will go to break even. Otherwise, I'll leave the stop and play for now. Right? Like if we start closing, if this candle cannot close back above this swing low, if we close below here, I think 50% is in the cards. But we should not be closing below here. Like if we're bullish and we're going to continue higher here on the hourly, we should be just swiping this low, closing and ripping. We should not be dipping all the way down below, closing below swing lows if we're truly bullish here. I actually want to move this. My bio limit, my first buy limit sitting at 508. Just in case there's any discrepancies with MNQ. Want to see it close below. Got a minute and a half? Yeah. What's ES doing? ES is just kind of holding up, kind of not. Just doing its thing. All right, 40 seconds to see how this bad boy closes. All right, so if we close like this and we're at 10-20, like then that could be where we start expanding higher. All right, 16 seconds. And we're going to close inside. Not a good reaction there. But right now, there's just no emotions whatsoever. You know, like all we're doing here is playing the stats, or at least I'm playing the stats. But when this happens, we usually get a fit. Yep, 35%. Oh, this is. Really surprised. Just from back testing alone, really. I mean, it's like I don't have like I didn't like document it all. It's just like in my mind. It's like, and I watch this every single day. It's kind of just like I've seen it work so many times, and like when you get these big plays like this and 50% hits, you can lose 6 in a row on your next time, and then boom. All right, I'm at break even now as well, by the way. And, all right, there's a little order filled at 508, close enough for me at 25%. Runner's going to break even, sitting at 563. Oh no, it sold all my contracts there. No. I'm gonna re-enter here with the half position that I sold on accident. Whoops. All right, we're targeting our next target's 50%. 50%, and this 5-minute doji looks juicy. Remember, 5-minute dojis they usually do not stand. They usually come back and get swept. But all right, so we're looking for we'll just shoot for we'll shoot for 450, 450 on the MNQs or break even. We're riding dirty now. The executions look bad because I had to re-enter, but that's all right. The P&L will look the same. All right. So I'm sitting at 563. I guess we're sitting at break even now, but what would that be all the way? Nah, about 3R. It's not a true 3R because we already trimmed, but I want to see this 5-minute candle close below here in a minute though. If so, then I think we're good. I shouldn't have said that. That just jinxed the hell out of it, but just got a text from a wizard. Said he went to break even like down here, and he got break even. He's pissed. Like, that's what you get for going break even. That was me yesterday. Poor guy. Dude's on he's on his honeymoon trading right now. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like it's 10:30 in the morning on your honeymoon, and you're on the charts. Bro is cooked. Yeah. I'm like, are you that bored? Or they're staying at a all. They're staying at an all inclusive on Barbados. I was like, are you that bored with an all inclusive? I told him if he is, I told him I told him I was like, you guys probably be bored. I don't know if I would like an all inclusive. Like if I'm flying all the way to Barbados, I want to go see the island. I don't want to fly all the way down there to sit on a beach. I can go to Miami and do that. I can go 5 minutes up the road and do that. Yeah. So we're looking for 450 here. Close enough. Money, money, money. A cruise. Yeah. Where's old Monty at? I hope so, Doc. I hope so. If we're going to 50, we're also going to sweep this 5-minute doji. And that's what I'm going to do. I have 2 contracts left. One's coming off at 450. One's going for the doji low at 410. Because that'll almost put all these evals at consistency in a one trade, and that's a good day right there. Ban. Yeah, yeah. That was a different Discord. Yeah. Try 372. What about 27,400 down to the end walk? What about the 7 p.m. low that we never took? 24,903. Ah, I'll be completely content at 50% and the doji down here. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see this 5-minute candle close back up inside here. That's what I don't want to see. This is a big range. Huge range. Want to see this 5-minute candle continue to close below this one. If so, then this 5-minute BISI, I would look for price to hold. Now, if it closes up inside the range, this BISI, this SIBI does not mean anything to me. No, we're not even going to make the SIBI. Yep, SIBI's gone. Do not want to see this kind of close here. Did ES hit 50? No, ES isn't even close. ES just hit the BISI. Pretty bullish out of the BISI there for ES. Hits basically CE of that BISI and holds it, and it's going to close back above it. Looks like a pretty bullish close coming in hot. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it's going to close inside. All right. We'll see. We'll see if that matters. Or that's why we're sitting at break even. Shouldn't, though. We haven't delivered any kind of 50, and we got pretty damn close with the doji down there. Sheesh. Rob is putting in work. He is putting in work. Yeah, sure is. Little 1 minute. That is a little 1 minute bearish breaker too. Yeah. Swept below, took a high, closed below. You know what? We're not gonna get greedy. We're gonna take everything off at 450. I got burned 3 times yesterday going for a lows, so we're gonna take it all off there. And it's already 10:30, so remember, if you're looking for a long here out of this 5-minute, like your stop has to be below this 5-minute low. You have to allow this candle to dig into the wick here. So like I said, this could absolutely still be bullish and go all the way back up here. Right? Like if this is like a long that I'm looking to get long with, like remember I said, like if we're looking for a long off 25%, you want to see this kind of reaction, this could absolutely be what sends us right back up here. Like, but if you're looking to get long, you're looking to get long around the open of this candle. Problem is your stop has to be at that swing low. It has to be, and then your target getting up here. Looks like we're gonna get stopped to break even. Nice, Hayes. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you have the 5-minute confirmation here. You do have that. We're inside the 1-minute breaker here. Like this should confirm that we at least tap 50% back up of this little swing here, which we just tapped. That would be your low hanging fruit target if you're like trying along, but it's simply based off that 5-minute close there. Which remember, the hourly is still bullish here. This is just a weird time to start reversing, but right, because I don't like the me personally, I don't like to try longing or longing or shorting back through the with the open after 30 after the hour, but. All right, I'll be right back. Stops at break even. Looking pretty bully. So especially the 5 minute candle closes like this. Longs are probably cooked, but we'll see. Longs, I mean shorts. Remember, we're still going against the higher time frame here on any shorts. Look how the 5 minute candles are respecting and closing back, holding the 25% of the hourly of the previous hour candle. Something else to take note of here. Now, what I would like to see is us close back below here. I don't want to see us close above, but it looks like we're going to. Barely. Yeah. Here comes break even. See how just by watching what these candles are doing here, you can anticipate your next moves. This candle close above. So why would you want to be bearish here, right? Like I also know we're sitting in a 1 minute breaker here, so this could still hold. Our break even could still hold, but not the most bearish look here. My stop is sitting at 568, basically right at the open of the 10 o'clock candle. Nice haze. Yep. Yeah, so it wasn't bad. Like this was the long that I wanted to do a take, except like remember we were talking about. I was talking about that. Like I wanted to look for a long off 25%. Just we started get we once this candle closed below 50% became my target. I'm obviously not going to switch positions mid, but just go to break even here and let it ride out. Looks we're probably like I said I don't see how I don't get stopped here. That's 2 days in and 2 days in a row now. We've hit over 100 points on a short off the highs up like this. Did it yesterday. Yesterday was a big move, but we're still alive here. We're still alive here. Looks like we just hit 50% of that breaker. Yeah, right off CE of that breaker. I think. Yeah, middle line. Yeah, right off the CEO, right off CE of that breaker. Doesn't mean we're bearish, or just a little reaction there. All right, we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes here. I really want to see last chance. I think for the short to play out is if this. I would not want to see if I was long. I would not want to see this 5-minute close back inside here. I would want to see it close above here. That tells me continuation. Tells me I might just close the position on to see if that closes bullish, but we'll see. We'll see how strong it closes. If it does close back inside, then position's still on. That's because so if you're hitting CE of that breaker and then your 5-minute closing back inside the previous 5-minute, might be your sign that you continue back down here. And like the risky short would be like, okay, if this candle closes back inside, which doesn't look like we'll see how it does. If it does, you could look for a short like this. This is your risk reward here. Look at that, almost 4. But we'll see how it closes. We got 20 seconds. All right, closes over. I would assume we get stopped out here. Not stopped out, but just stopped it. Just stopped at break even. But we'll honestly, it's pretty slow PA. Big candles, but just slow. Right, there's no short here. This 5-minute candle, like no short for me. Like this 5-minute candle is still closing above. So for me, that's still a bullish sign. It's not a candle I want to try getting short in. Yeah, it's looking that way. CD, it sure is looking that way. Probably might be my only trade here. Got a little busy down here. I'll be watching. Little busy. But looks like it's still in. Yeah, it's still in premium of this leg. Like I said, I would still be expecting longs here to work. See how simple it can be just watching where your candles close. It makes reading the chart and makes like rules and like sticking to them so much easier. It's like, oh, why would I want to short this candle closing above? Oh, I think it's going down. Just let me short here. Like no, it's like wait for some confirmation. You're long, yeah. Yeah, most likely, Hayes. Most likely. Yep. A lot of people said like the first part of December was bad. I thought the first part of December wasn't awful. But then obviously now once we start to get within a week from 2 weeks from, then it starts to get pretty blah. Like yesterday was decent. Yesterday was like I thought yesterday was pretty good. Maybe it was just because it was a big range day. There's a lot of opportunities, at least I should say. But yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Remember, this candle right now doesn't mean, well, I guess no, now we take that low. Now it means something to me. We'll see how this candle closes. This candle closes like this, I would not want to see us back above this 5-minute high. Right, basically back down inside this BISI. I don't know why I deleted it. But it looks like we're gonna hit 50% of this range. Yeah. Should stab down one more time, I would imagine. Basically lines up with the top of that with the open of that order block. If you're at your last, I think it's probably the last chance for longs to work here. Yep. Right. So like, even if I was like trying to get short here, for me, there was no reason. Yeah, it goes down. Like if I was trying to get short here and I see it start dumping, I'm not gonna start chasing it. I don't have context. Like it's just at least from the way that I like to recharge. I don't have context to short there. And if it goes, it just goes. I don't care. I know there's gonna be plenty more opportunities like this that present itself, and that's the shit you have to be a patient for. Go down to lower time frame. What we have there? Anything good? Nothing. I was talking about yesterday, like, okay, you get your 5-minute confirmation. Like instead of like just getting short, like marketing short, you can look for like a lower time frame PD array to get in. Like right here, you can be like, oh, 1-minute order block. I've got a 1-minute inverse. You can wait for the 1-minute inverse retest. You're not gonna get out because it closes back over the inverse. Your stop's still gonna be at this swing high, but it can give you like a little more precision for some kind of entry. Wow, look at that reaction off CE of that 1 minute of that 5-minute breaker. Let's see if it holds now. Now we just have to get through the wick CE. And hoping it's not gonna sit here and chop back and forth now. But see how like as soon as you get a 5-minute candle close like this, what you should automatically be looking for 50% of that 5-minute swing, which you'll see here. Like remember that was like your low hanging fruit target. Like that's your sign that you're probably gonna have some kind of a retracement. So if you're short, like me, like I was short here. I'm like, okay, well, I see this candle close. I'm already expecting some turbulence on my short, right? I'm expecting either a break even to come, or I'm expecting a nasty retrace that's gonna tickle the pickle a little bit up here on my entry, So don't even say it, Doc. I see you typing. I did not. What do you guys think? Should we exit full? Exit full at 50? Or should we hold a runner here? You're still fading the hourly here. Remember, this hourly closes in 13 minutes. If you get a close like this, what am I looking for? I'm looking for 50% of this whole swing. Well, I guess that's our target right now. Actually, disregard. But I guess it's a little bit lower because your hourly candle's a little bit. You're drawing it off the 8 a.m. low. Yeah. 450 is the bottom of the new log too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna exit fully at 450. Yesterday I was trying to hold for swing lows and stuff, and I absolutely got wrecked trying to hold. So I know 50% should be our low hanging fruit target now. I'll be completely happy there. I think evals be pretty much at consistency at that point too. So be about 120 point trade. So I think that's good enough on a Friday OPEX. But I would absolutely assume that we should go to this 5 minute wick, this 5 minute doji. Should be a target as well. I do not. I should. I usually do. I have it set for my fundeds, not for these evals though. Definitely should have been a funded trade in hindsight. I'm gonna see a 5 minute candle close here. So like if this 5 minute candle closes bearish like this, if we get a retrace before taking this low and hitting 50, I think a short out of this 5 minute Sibi is a good short, right? You're looking at 50% back up, right at that. If we somehow retrace back up there, it might be a spot you can add to your position. Pyramid. Don't pyramid if you're scared, and or a try short up there. But hopefully we can just deliver here. I'm looking for 450, Mr. Doggo. The real target should be at 50% here, but being on MNQ, I'm cool taking it at 450. Pure manipulation here. Right? Like, so my 5 minute candle just opened. So if my 5 minute candle, it's same as the hourly, right? Your first minute or two is going to be manipulation, and then you're going to distribute. So if your first move is up on, remember, if your first move is up on your 5 minute candle, the candle's likely going to close back bearish. Not always, but that's what you're like. It's what you're kind of expecting. All right, let's see what happens out of the Civi. What up, Perry? Good luck this weekend with. Oh yeah, no, you're gonna whoop my ass. My team is not ready. They haven't ate their Wheaties in a weeks. He did do his job. He did. I'm short. I'm short Perry from 468 right up here. Looking for 450, basically down to 50% of the 9 a.m. the 9 a.m. hourly candle. I did not expect I did not expect to hold a short for the entire hour after that hourly close. But I guess the SMT with Wednesday's high is kind of what's driving this right now. Yeah, it's funny though. ES is holding up quite well compared to NQ here. June's 11 o'clock may have continued move back up. right? So like if you're looking at this from like a 4 hour standpoint, our 4 hour candle closed, right? So if our 4 hour is going to be bullish, our first hour of our 4 hour candle should be manipulation, right? So this could be this could end up being your 4 hour wick, and then 11 o'clock reverses off of 50%, and then your 4 hour candle continues to distribute up. It's absolutely a possibility here. I couldn't even get up that civvy. Yeah, it's the thing. It's ES holding up here, so it's keeping NQ from giving us TP here. Speaking of, what's gold doing? Gold might have some nice continuation play here. Don't like that devil's mark down there. What's old NG doing here? Still nothing I want to touch here, especially if it closes back inside here. That's just going to tell me continued chop inside of here, right? Because I'm not expecting much expansion because we couldn't close above. Probably just going to trickle back down and stay chopping on natural gas. So that's probably a no play today. Gold, if it closes like this, you could probably look for a little retrace at 11 o'clock in some continuation. We might have to wait until we might have to wait until 11 for this to at least even take this low. Maybe not, but like there's only what 5 minutes left, so there's only five minutes left here. So if we're gonna be bullish going into 11 o'clock, and you know and this is gonna be your 4 hour wick, your 4 hour manipulation, you might sit here and chop for a minute, take the 10 o'clock low, which will be here, hit 50, and then start reversing. But and then like maybe this will be your your 11 o'clock closes here. This forms your 1 hour wick, your manipulation, and then you have distribution back up. It's absolutely a possibility. If we get any kind of long setup off of 50, I am game for that, especially with ES holding up here. But I'm assuming we're not gonna get much movement here until 11 now. A 3 minute devil's mark. Oh, all right. All right. All right. Anybody still short? Anybody in the short with me? It is brutal. All right, doggo. All right. The devil's mark no longer there. All right. At minimum, we should sweep this low. We should sweep this low at 11 o'clock if we don't take it beforehand. And even if you didn't take it, as long as it made sense to you, again, that's what matters. I didn't know you were in here, doggo. Making moolah. All right, good. Back to back good days for you then after Wednesday. It's good to hear. Yeah, Doggo really doesn't leave. Dude to text me at 10 o'clock at night and show me a picture of an 80-20 that just hit. Like, dude, what are you doing right now? All right, just give us 11 o'clock so we can take this low. Not opposed to a long. I don't know if the only accounts I would have is a funded account though. So these would probably be at consistency. We got 1 minute till 11 o'clock. Makes total sense to wait until then. Sweep 10 o'clock low. See if there's a reversal. Remember, if this 5 minute, if the first 5 minute candle sweeps this 11 o'clock low, and closes back inside, that's your long setup. How far can it dip? Can it dip down to 50 and give us 50? And then give us like if this thing sweeps down, hits 50 and closes back inside, very, very, very bully 5 minute candle. Problem is your stop's going to be huge. The other thing is, if we're actually bearish here, if we're going to be bearish and go down for a 10 o'clock, then you're looking at 11 o'clock to open, go up to probably to this civvy, form from your hourly wick, and then push down. So we'll see what happens here. Either way, either way, 10 o'clock low should be a good target at minimum here. All right, I like this. I like that we're going down first at 11 o'clock here. Manipulate down. Still got TP sitting at 450. Now, if this candle does not hit 450 and it closes back inside, I'm out. I will cut the trade then. I will not fade it. I will not fade this move because that could be a sign that we're going to move for up to 50% of the 10 o'clock candle, and I will cut it. SMT on 10 o'clock low. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yep. Here we go. Gonna make it tough. Gonna make it tough. Like, so if this thing closes like this, I will 100% flip positions. We'll close these two contracts, and I will go long 2 contracts. Stop at this low. So we still got 3 minutes yet. Don't make any decisions yet. We're gonna do what? We're gonna wait for that 5-minute candle to tell us. Just the long would be much better if we could hit 50 first, but it's looking pretty bully here. Nice parry. Yep, this looks like it's gonna run. This has that it has that reversal look to it. SMT on the hourly low. Still got a minute and a half. Problem is, what if we go all the way? If we go all the way at 50 first, then I'm not really interested in the long anymore, because this would be target number one. Mother f, come on. That's at least wait. At least close down here first. Problem is now, like, there's not a lot of time for this candle to wick down, hit 50, and then close back above. Now there's only a minute left in it. This would be a decent close, and I would try a long off the 11 o'clock open. Yep. Damn. All right. Probably just close it. Well, we'll just close it when the candle closes. All right, gonna close it there. Close that there. I'm gonna have a limit sitting at the 11 o'clock open, basically at 485 to go long. Stop at the low. Targeting 50%, and then the 10 a.m. high. If we hit 50, then that's it. So it looks something like this. I don't want to chase here. I need a good risk reward. So I'm looking for something like this. A 2R? Yeah, close to a 2R. I don't want to. I'm fully expecting 50% now, simply because of this 5-minute candle close and the SMT on the hourly low. Had a funny feeling I should have took TPs just to that 10 o'clock low, but that's all right. Watch this thing push to 50 here. And there it is, and there's 50. See how just the candle close, guys, can tell you everything. That's it. There you go, Marshall. There you go. Boom. Simple, guys. It can be that simple. You don't have to sit here and look for every damn PD array, every damn EMA. You don't need 50 indicators. You need a fib to draw your 50%, and you need a damn line and a box and a rectangle tool. That's about it. And patience. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Sad no entry there. Make sure if you did have your limit orders down there, you take them off. And now I'm expecting this thing to keep on pushing here. And monitors, yes. But that's all right. Caught a good chunk on the fundeds there. Damn good short still. Damn good short. But I actually don't I this is I this it sucks that we didn't get the full TP down here. But this is a good learning lesson that I'll knock down that I'll take to my journal that like especially if you have SMT here and remember the hourly candle actually it closed bearish here. So this actually could have continuation down. So maybe I would be all out at 50 here. But remember the like if your 4 hours still closing bearish or you close bullish, sorry. Um, like if you're gonna be truly bullish here, then this is this will just continue. But maybe it's something to take to the journal that when you have a big move up like this and you're short, maybe once the 11 o'clock candle opens, it's just a good idea just to take it at that swing low. That's something good to know. So like, yeah, I didn't get full TP, but there's a good lesson here as well. Still caught about 100 points there. Closed at basically closed both at like 60 points in profit though. So we'll take it. We'll take it for a Friday on OPEX. We'll hang out for a little bit, but still, like, there's probably not many people that were looking for a short up here after that move. I'm caught a good chunk of it. So we'll see. I think, man, it's now it's like, and now it's kind of like 50-50 for me out there because obviously like this big pump still holding 25% of this dealing range. But your hourly closed bearish, right? You swept this high, close inside. A good chance that you're just gonna go up here and reject, right? Right? Like if this is like a 5 minute chart, I'm looking for a bigger pullback here to 50% of this range. Um, and our first move was down, right? And we swept that with the SMT. I don't know if I really want to fade this, but we'll see what happens if we get like some kind of 5 minute swing off of this. Maybe there's another short in there. I don't know if I would not want to fade this right now though. I need to. That's why you just wait for the 5 minute to kind of tell you. Probably won't trade it, but probably just like watch it. Just watch it play out. The visor is a nice touch, yeah. But either way, hopefully you guys made some profit there if you took it, or if you didn't take it, you at least learned something and when to expect reversals. Simply, this was your 9 o'clock high. Failed to close above. So as soon as that candle closed, look, we got short. Looking for our first low hanging fruit was 25%, which was right around the 500 area. I think it was like 505. Why did we only go for 25% instead of 50? Because the hourly closed super bullish. And since it closed super bullish, we could actually have just continuation off of 25%. So that's where we wanted to pay ourselves first. But all right, we'll see if we get any kind of reaction off of the hourly here. Because remember, this could still be if we're going to be bearish, which I don't think we're going to be, especially with an SMT like that on the hourly low. But if we're going to be bearish, this could be your manipulation up to here, like your 5 minute, up to your up to the open of that hourly candle, and then we go get 50. But I would not want to fade this right now. Please not till the 5 minute says so. But all this was told to us simply by that 11 o'clock 5 minute candle. And that's why we exited the trade there. Otherwise, there's our break even basically. The only thing I would consider short is if this 5-minute candle closes here. If this one closes above, then we're going to continue up to the hourly high. I guess there's a wick there, right? There's a little wick there on the hourly. Had to look the part, yeah. All right, so yeah, we'll see how this thing closes, and then we'll go from there. What's up, Barcada? I just seen your chat on YouTube. Forgot I was even on YouTube. Ooh, NQ's gonna tempt me right here. It's gonna tempt me. So if we're gonna reject, it's gonna be off the open right here of that hourly. And if we get a 5-minute that closes, not a big fan of the big stop. Oh. We got 20 seconds. It's not a bad stop, I guess. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this short. Might get obliterated. But it's 11:15. If we're gonna have a reversal time, it should be now. Coming off the hourly open. All right. I'm gonna have a limit sitting at 532. 532 stops basically at 562. We'll see what happens. So this is like I said, is eval for me. I don't like that. I don't like that where that thing just bounced. But we'll see. I like it because the risk reward looks like about 3R. Looking at 532 for an entry, basically like just 50%. Looks like a good spot. Stop goes to here, and we're going for 50% down to we're going for 450, which is still a little above 2.5R. I don't want to see us. All right, should get tagged in here. I don't want to see us close above this 5-minute BISI though. So then we're probably screwed. But let's see. All right, got tagged in there. Simply just for the RR here, and there is some context here. This playing the hourly swing, and we did not, and we left 50, but definitely a riskier play here. You're fading the hourly SMT, but the only thing that's going on our side is time, 11:15 or so. Yeah, the 11:15 candle. If we're gonna have any kind of reversal, I want to see CE of this wick hold. Right her. That's probably the better entry is CE of that wick. And then your stop is literally just about 17 points, but don't want to miss a move either. Rejecting off -4, yeah. I said I'm not. This isn't my favorite play in the world here, but there's wick CE. Don't want to see it go much past that. I'm trying to clean up the charts a little bit here. Hmm. 2 minutes. If we're still like, if this candle is closed, if this candle ends up closing like this, I'll probably just close the trade unless we get stopped out first. So -4s right here. Yeah. We've been fighting -4 up here all day. Both in both directions. I said this is more of just an RR play rather than uh definitely not a funded trade. We'll let this play out, and then we'll probably call it a stream. Minute left. I really want to see this candle close inside this Bissy. No more trades. Yeah, that's gonna be the same for me, Doc. As soon as this plays out. Soon as this plays out. Right, because like so when this hourly candle closes like this, right, the first target should be what? The previous hour low, which obviously we take here, and we have no displacement below it. 5-minute closes back above it. So your low hanging fruit target was 50, which we already hit. So that's why it's like it's not the best play here, but we shall see. If we're going down, it's more of a play off of the hourly, open of that. Of course, MQ wants to freeze. We basically made that 5-minute off of the hourly open right here. We made the 5-minute swing here on this doji, and then kind of with time, right? It's 11:15. If this is our 11 o'clock wick, this is what time we're gonna start reversing. So we get a 5-minute swing at 11:15 off of the hourly open, off of an hourly candle that swept the high and closed back inside. That's the context for this trade here. If this ends up working, it's probably gonna take a while to get there. This might be like a hour-long trade. I already don't like that we whipped right off. We hit CE of that Bissy, closed back above it. Not the most bearish sign. Leave equal highs. Yeah. Get out of here, Doc. I'm gonna move you to the other channel now. Okay, bye. All right, what do we got? 3 minutes until this candle closes. If we have not taken the high yet and this candle closes above this one, I'm just going to cut it then. We should be rejecting off of, because the last chance for this would be like if we need to see like this 5-minute candle close back inside of this one. I would not want to see another candle close above. If so, then the short is cooked. Or we're just going to chop for an hour, which would be worst case. For sure, Marshall. Big pump and then just a lot of consolidation and chop. Granted, there was 100 points in. There's 100 points in here. Just the way it delivered, very awkward. Yeah, that's what I was looking at last night. The LR down here is insane. This is absolutely wild. I thought for sure we were going to run this today. which we still could, but that's it's pretty crazy. Big game short in Asia. Yeah. So far, we have Wix CE on our side. Yeah, that's what we're currently rejecting here. All right, good candle close there. Honestly, wouldn't even really want to see this high go now, or at least I guess it could go. I would not want to see. It's same thing. What I said here. I don't want to see a candle close above any of these highs now. Close one of those, it's over. All right, this is turning to this turned to booty cheeks here. Yep, sure is. Because even if we, like I said, if we're gonna deliver, if we're just going so slow right here, imagine how long it's gonna take us to get down to 450. Another 90 points down. It's looking bullish though. Everything's still holding that 5-minute BISI. We'll see how this thing closes. Yeah, so slow. All right, let's check gold quick. Gold ain't looking bad, actually. I think this is a good long for gold, to be honest. Long out of basically these order blocks here. 11 o'clock. It's kind of late now, though. 11 o'clock opened here, and manipulation to the downside. Now I think it continues. Why? Because the hourly closed bullish, right? So you're looking for a little manipulation down and then continuation to the upside. I think gold pushes here. And you got a 5-minute swing, so I wouldn't. If I was long gold, I just would not want to see us. My stop would be below this candle's low now. I'd be going for that. I'd be going for 50 in that swing high. All right, let's check out. There she goes. All right, see 5-minute candle right there, and then you can try to look to get in. I like to get in around the open, right, of the candle, like of the sweep candle. So look, I mean, look at that. Look, that will it makes your RR incredible. Obvious. And then let's go look at NG. NQ's still just at the same spot. Oof. NG, yeah, right. Remember how we were looking at how we were looking for we were bullish on NG because we got the swipe here. Hourly couldn't close below, just swipe close above. I'd still be looking for 50% back up here on Natty Gas. Yeah, and then I'll keep an eye on gold. Gold looks good. There's 50 probably. NQ does not look good for shorts now. I see how this candle closes here. This candle fails to close above as well. It's kind of like a double sweep. Now, if it closes above, then I'm just going to cut it. I'll take my 10-point loss and move on. Now, if it closes above or sweeps and closes below, closes below, then the short could still be on, which looks like it's still going to be what's going on here. Yep. I'm going to put stops at 547 for this. All right, I'm going to hop out of this. I'm going to hop out right here. That's enough for me to see. I would like with, so basically I was treating this like a double sweep where you have swipe, both fail to close above. So my stop was just going to go basically above this candle's high. It's going to save me some drawdown here. This thing's going to push to that. Your draw is going to be that 10 o'clock high. And gold's going to keep pushing here. But so you can just kind of use, like whenever you get a swing like that, you should not be breaking above it. You can start moving stops and stuff to kind of like protect your profits as it goes in your direction, or does not go in your direction. You can get out maybe a little bit earlier. So with that, pretty green on the day still. Pretty good stream. Caught a nice 100-point short. I only got 60 points out of it though afterwards. Just missed 50, and now you guys got to see the reaction. The 5-minute off of the 10 o'clock low right here. Just set up longs. No entry on the longs for me though. Sadly, I guess there was probably a breaker down there. Yeah, there was a pretty good breaker. And then yeah, hope you guys learned something. Let's do this again next week, a couple times. If you didn't learn something, I'm sorry, but I think you should have. But all right, guys, have a good weekend. We'll probably see you Monday. Let's do it again Monday. Let's plan on Monday. All right, guys, take care. Trade safe. Don't be silly. You're going into a Friday here in OPEX, and this isn't moving the best here. So with that, have a great weekend, guys and gals, and we'll see you on Monday. Peace.